Victor Wembenyama stole the show of NBA Christmas yesterday, going off for 42 points to lead all scorers yesterday in what was a coming-of-age moment for the young 21-year-old Frenchman, and he has helped, along with Chris Paul, Harrison Barnes, a couple other veterans that have come in, and the youth continuing to develop. This has been a full 360-degree swing for the San Antonio Spurs, who are now 15-15, 30 games in. May I remind you that last year, 30 games into the season, this same franchise was 5-25. That is the value of veterans. That is the value of, well, Victor Wembenyama, maybe one of the best players on the earth here before very long. And yeah, this San Antonio Spurs team looks completely different from last year, and it's all thanks to Victor Wembenyama and, of course, some help from the other veterans. Wemby last night in a Christmas debut that will not soon be forgotten, like we said, had 42 points. 18 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and a steal, completely stuffing the stat sheet. I mean, 16 for 31 from the field. He did take 16 threes, which probably made Greg Popovich very angry from the house back home, but some of the shots he made were just ridiculous. I mean, this is from the logo. I mean, he's 7'5". What do you do? But the same argument, you know, he's 7'5". Why is he taking 16 threes? But if he's hitting from the C and chase, I mean, there's not much you can say, right? Maybe down the stretch we would have liked him to go inside a little bit more to close out the game. But this dude, some of the plays he makes are just ridiculous. Like, push dribble into a fadeaway from the free throw line over Josh Hart at 7'5". Come on now. On the season, he's averaging 25.4 points per game, 10.2 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and 1.2 steals per game on 48% shooting from the field, 36% from 3 on 8 attempts. Ridiculous. I mean, that's just an absurd stat line. He's also a great passer as well. You see right here, nice flash, and then he's going to throw it up for Sohan over his last 15 games. Get ready for this. 30.2 points per game, 10.8 boards, 5 assists, 4 blocks in 33 minutes a game. And to top it all off, he's shooting over 50% from the field and 39% from 3 on 11 attempts. We truly have never seen anything quite like this. Like, this is what your grandpas say Wilt was like, but he can also shoot 40-footers over Cat. Ridiculous. There's no stopping that. Nobody in the world has an answer for that. And then Sohan, who I got called out on my last Spurs video, and y'all are right, I didn't talk about him enough. He plays very well off of Wemby. Averages about 15 and 8.5 on 54% shooting from the field. We won't talk about his three-point percentage, but he was 3 for 3 versus New York, so he's going to bring it up a little bit. He's just the ultimate glue guy, right? Filling in all the cracks. Nice dunk right there. He's very athletic. You know, he's big. He's got a nice wingspan. Backing down Reza Shea right here, getting to the right hand over him. He's a baby. Taking this rebound away from Clint Capella. Well, Chris Paul helped him a little bit, but then getting the and one on the dunk there. And then he plays very, very well alongside of Wemby, who, like we said, has become a much better passer. First example here, this dunk by Devin Vassell. I mean, this dunk happened, and then the Stephon Castle dunk happened, and I was like, oh my gosh, the Spurs are the bounciest team in the league. But that's great pass by Wemby, great dunk by Vassell, the exclamation point. And then right here, we talked about it, right? The flash, and then a really nice cut in behind Sohan, because Josh Hart, who is guarding Sohan, has to take Wemby away. He does that, so, well, then Sohan's just going to cut in right behind. Deuce McBride tried to as well. And then right here, once again, just a nice little lob. I think Wemby was shooting that and then decided to lob it up. Really, really good play there by Wemby, but also by Sohan playing with him and being on the same page. With that being said, if you did enjoy today's video, or if you have at any point, make sure to the like button. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Also, go ahead and go check out the football channel as well. Now, let's get back to the video. We'll talk about the vets here. Like we talked about in the open, this team has completely flipped on its head from last season, and in large part due to guys like Chris Paul, who's averaging 10 points a game, 8.3 assists, 4.2 rebounds on 43% shooting from the field, 37% from 3 on 7 attempts from downtown. And he makes life so much easier for Sohan, for really everybody. Wemby as well. I mean, he is, like they say, the point god. That's what they call him. Nice pick and roll here, just a pocket pass for an easy dunk. That's an easy 2. The Spurs, well, they had Trey Jones, but other than that, they really had no point guard last year. They were trying to run Sohan at point guard. Now they can run him at post, use him in the pick and roll, and have CP3 feed him dimes going downhill where he can dunk on everybody. That's tough right there. Jaden McDaniels a little late sliding over, and it's an easy bang out. Another really good pass right here by Chris Paul for the and one layup with the inside hand. And then this was a really nice one. Completely faked and out of his shoes. He sees Harrison Barnes cutting through, so he fakes at him and then zips it inside to Sohan for the dunk. That's just a beautiful pass. And then he also scores whenever it's necessary. 3-ball here over Ant-Man. And then Harrison Barnes, who was a really good addition to the team. 10.3 points, 6.8 rebounds, 1.3 assists in 27 minutes. Played about all 30 games this year, which is really nice. The Spurs as a whole, knock on wood, have been healthy, and Harrison Barnes shooting 47% from the field and 41% from three. He has very quietly turned himself into a little bit of a sniper here, only 3.4 attempts, so it's not exactly elite volume. Where the premier shooters in the NBA have, but still, really good percentage, really healthy percentage for Harrison Barnes, catching and shooting, playing off of Chris Paul. I mean, he makes everybody's life better. Not only Wemby, Sohan, but also the wings around him, like Vassell and Harrison Barnes. Really nice cut right here. He sees Lou Dort going to double Zach Collins because the Thunder are playing their small ball lineup here, so Harrison Barnes just sneaks in right behind him. Chris Paul may have told him to do that, but easy layup, nice pass by Zach Collins right there. And then a guy I think should be in the lineup a little bit more, and that's Trey Jones, who on the year is averaging about 4 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds in 16 minutes a game, and he's still 25 years old. He's still a guy that I think should be in this rotation, even though his shooting splits have been downright horrific this season. Versus New York yesterday on Christmas Day, he had 7 points, 9 boards, a steal on 3 for 4 shooting from the field. He was very efficient. And, he also had those 9 assists like we talk about. He can help this team out. He's buried behind Chris Paul and Stephon Castle right now, but I think he could have a very positive impact on this team. And then we got to talk about the rest of the wings here. First off, Vassell, 15.7 points a game, 2.6 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1 steal in 26 minutes a night for him. Very solid role player this year. Kind of taking a little bit of a step back, but he has missed some time. 47% shooting from the field, 39% from three for him on about 5 attempts per game. And then you got Keldon Johnson, another young wing who's averaging 11.8 points a game, 5 rebounds, 1.7 assists in 25 minutes in the 27 games that he has played so far this year. And it's kind of the same old story with Keldon Johnson. Decent field goal percentage, terrible three-point percentage, right? And it's gotten even worse this year. He's 23 years old. This needs to improve, and it needs to improve fast if he wants to continue to be a wing playing around Victor Wembenyama, because if not, the Spurs will probably move on from him very soon. And then you got Julian Champagnie, a guy that has made himself a very valuable role player for the Spurs this year. Almost 13 points a game. He go with 5 boards in 28 minutes. Played 27 games so far this year, so he's only missed 3. 43% shooting from the field, 36% from 3 on 7 attempts. Not exactly a sniper at that 36% from 3, but he's probably the best catch and shoot guy other than Harrison Barnes on the Spurs team. And then, of course, you got to talk about the rookie, Stephon Castle, 11.4 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1 steal in 27 minutes. The efficiency has not been there. That will need to be improved tenfold by next season, or at least we need to see signs of development for next season if we want to see him continue to improve. But yeah, overall, the Spurs, it's been incredible what they've been able to do this year, turning last season on its head. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. We're trying to hit 200 likes on today's video. If you could help us out, that'd be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching.